Greetings everyone. I will show you in this little video how to harmonize electronically on your guitar. So some songs like, what's that song by Boston? They did a lot of harmonized solos, same as Queen. This one. So in the studio, how that is achieved is if the band only has one guitarist, then that guitarist records one guitar line and then overdubs a second guitar line. Because if you're playing double stops, you can do this. With distortion, it's just going to sound dirty. It's not going to have the clarity, right? Depending on your gear, but it's never going to sound as clear as when you have two different guitars playing in harmony. So in this solo, it's mostly thirds. Like I said, the safest bet if you want to try to harmonize this, pick a key, play the major scale or a minor scale in that key, and then simply using the notes from the scale. Sometimes they're going to be what's called major thirds, sometimes they're minor thirds, like this is a major third, for example. This is a minor third. Depending on the key signature of the song, some of those harmonized intervals are going to be either major thirds or minor thirds. So an easy way to do this at home or in a live situation, if you're the only guitarist, is to use a gadget. Like I'm using Boss MS-3, and it's got one of the virtual kind of stomp boxes that's called Harmonist. My Zoom pedal also has something similar, but when you are using it, you have to select the key of the song or the solo section and the interval. If you don't select the right key of the song, then some of those major minor thirds, for example, are going to be off and it's not going to sound right. So in this case, I selected the key of G major and I'm harmonizing a third lower than what I'm playing. So I'm playing this. With the harmonist, it sounds like this. Now, in the real songs, sometimes the intervals in the solos are not always thirds there. I think some fourths or fifths in there, maybe even unisons, but you get the picture. It sounds really convincing, but the main thing, if you want this sound, you need to take your distorted signal and harmonize that distorted signal. So let's take a look at my chain again. Now, don't pay attention to all this crap. But basically, I'm using DS1. This is what distorts my sound. And then from there, it goes into the unit. If you harmonize your clean guitar and then distort it, then the sound is going to be this. It's going to sound like a distorted chord. It's not going to sound like a lead line. And that's the thing with electric guitars, when you're playing a single note, it always has clarity. Like, or, because the sound waves kind of collide and you get the sound of distortion guitar, your rock guitar. With dirty sound going into your pedal, it's sometimes difficult to track, meaning it can skip and not identify the right intervals. So you should just experiment. First of all, make sure that your guitar is in tune. Otherwise, it's not going to know which note you're actually playing. And sometimes you may want to lower your gain a little bit so that it tracks better. It tends to track better on the higher notes than the lower notes. Let's try the lower notes. Actually tracks pretty well. But I know some effects, like the octave down that I use for one of the songs, it just starts jumping when the signal is too loud. This is a very clean guitar in comparison to your Les Paul Stratocaster. So yeah, let me just. It's really cool how it identifies the right notes to play, and if you do a bend, it kind of it bends it until it reaches the next note, and then it's like, oh crap, I need to I need to produce a different pitch. So like, hear that?